All right, hey guys. So in this video, I want to talk a little bit about cleaning up before we export to PDF. Up to this point, we haven't really talked about it. We kind of clean up the drawings as we go. But when you get more involved and you've already put sheets together and you've created the views and you've taken the time to make them look nice, every time before you export to PDF, you should do a real quick check to look at all of the sheets that you're about to print, because the things that you've done in the model might have changed other views, and you want to clean those up to make sure they look the way you intended them to look. So for example, I'm looking at the furnishings plan. And because we went through and we put some electrical items in the model, you can now see that electrical items are showing on our furnishings plan, which we do not want that. And in fact, it might even be happening on our floor plan. So we need to go and clean these views up so that this isn't happening. So let's just quickly go through that. Let's start with our floor plan. We're going to double click in here, and we don't want the lights showing. And if you click on the lights, you can tell what category Revit thinks a light is by looking over at its properties. Do you see right here how it says lighting fixtures? And let's click on an outlet if we can get it. That says it's an electrical fixture. And then what is a switch? A switch is a lighting device. So these are all the categories we would have to go and turn off. So if we go to visibility graphics, we have to go to lighting devices and shut those off, lighting fixtures, and then we'd have to go to electrical fixtures and shut those off and click OK. And then do you see how it all disappears? So now our view is back the way we intended it to be. So then we can close out of that. Let's look at the next one. Let's look at our dimension plan. So the dimension plan has the same problem. I don't want you to turn in your drawings without you having cleaned them up first. It's also a good opportunity to see if anything's running into stuff. Like, I don't like that. We can clean that up. So I showed you how to shut off the lighting devices and all that really quickly in that dialog box. Oh, I can see this dimension is running into that tag, so we're going to move that. So that's one way to do it, is in the visibility graphics, or I can click on that. I can right click, hide in view, and I can hide the category. I do that sometimes if I get in the visibility graphics box and I can't tell which category I'm supposed to hide the thing that I want to get rid of. You can then just, sometimes you can just click on, select the thing that you want to hide the category of, and then just right click and hide in view, hide category. So now we'll do that with the lights. Hide in view, hide category. There you go. So now that view's looking back the way we want it. Let's look at our reflected ceiling plan. Reflected ceiling plan, it's probably fine to have the lights on. So we'll leave those, and it doesn't look like it's showing the electrical fixtures or the switches. So we'll leave that. The elevations, they still look good. Nothing wrong there. Our 3D views are going to be fine. Our roof plan, look at that. Our interior elevations are showing on our roof plan. We do not like that. So I'm going to double click in there. And you can try to select that big circle. We can right click and hide in view category. And that'll get rid of that. The other thing I hate is our roof plan is showing the main floor underlaid. So let's shut that off. Go over here where it says underlay, and we'll show none. There we go. Now our roof plan looks good again. What about our sections? Those are probably fine the way they are. Our main floor electrical plan is showing the things we wanted. Our furnishings plan is still wrong. So let's double click in there to activate the view. And we'll go to the visibility graphics and we'll shut off electrical fixtures. And we'll shut off lighting devices and lighting fixtures and click OK. And there we go. And we would do the same thing with our, now your file shouldn't look this disorganized. Yours should be orderly. I haven't gone through and done the assignments yet that I assigned you. I need to do that. I will do that after these videos. But it looks like right now, yeah, actually, so our enlarged plans, we don't want all of this showing up. So here, we can't just change the visibility graphics. If we go into the visibility graphics, they're all grayed out. So remember, because these have a template applied to them, you have to go over here and click on the template, and then you have to click the visibility graphics override. And then here we can get rid of the electrical fixtures, and we can shut off the lighting devices and lighting fixtures and click OK. And the great thing is it will apply that to all of your enlarged views, so you don't have to keep doing it again and again. And then in our elevations, it's fine. It's showing our switches and stuff in 3D, which is good. That's okay. All right, so now we've done a quick cleanup check before we export. If you export and your plans are messy and they're just, you've got electrical fixtures all over the place and you haven't taken the time to clean them up, I will dock you points, because in real life, that's unprofessional and that would not be acceptable in a work environment. So you want to make sure all of your views get cleaned back up after you've added stuff into the model, because everything's linked in Revit, changes you make in one view are probably happening in other views. So if you don't set up your visibility graphics correctly from the beginning, you might have unintended consequences in your other views. Okay, so that's all there is to just quick cleanup before you export to PDF.